Manchester United, the Cowboys of soccer.
I want the truth, Stephen A. Smith. I want the real, honest opinion of my Dallas Cowboys this season.
They're going to suck this year.
If you're a fan of Manchester United,
English Premier League, Manchester United.
they are basically the Dallas Cowboys. I feel like Manchester United are just the Dallas Cowboys with different colors, no ambition. All right, so for those who don't watch soccer, you've probably heard of Manchester United. And now, if you haven't, they are tied for the 13th spot, I believe, of most expensive, tied with the 49ers. They're worth around $6 billion. And they haven't won the Premier League since 2012, when I was in college, back when I was in college. This is the Pitchside Report. We talk about sports, mainly soccer, typically, but we break down games, rematches, highlights, anything, you name it. We try to explain it. Oh, after being a Manchester United fan for so long, and I live in the DFW Metroplex, so by default, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Don't want to be like this. This is disgusting.
And I think I have finally found a true fair comparison. Both are some of the richest teams in the world. Both seem to have incompetent managers. Both, well, to a degree, Dallas Cowboy fans, I feel, are a bit more realistic than Manchester United fans as a whole because they actually want change from the top. I'm going to go through a couple examples on why Manchester United are the Cowboys of soccer. The Dallas Cowboys, aka America's team. They are the richest team in the world of sports, as we see here on this beautiful screen. They have one of the largest fan bases throughout America, and even have a reach overseas, from what I understand. You know what I mean? Football is everywhere. Okay. Now, unlike Manchester United, the Cowboys are sitting in one of the largest stadiums in the world. So when you go to a Dallas Cowboys game, at least you're sitting in something freaking immaculate. Like, it smells like money. It looks like money from afar. Yet Manchester United, with all the money that they make, are in a dilapidated old stadium that needs to be new, right? They need a new one, 100%. Now, hey, I live where I live, so have I gone to a Manchester United Manchester United game? No, I'd love to go, but from what I've seen, the stadium looks pretty mid. Despite all this, both teams have failed to deliver on the field in the past 15 years, basically, as far as the main trophies. So for soccer, for Manchester United, that's going to be the Premier League. And for football, I would assume that is the Super Bowl, since that's the only thing that they can win. And I don't mean that with any offense. I'm just saying the Super Bowl is the Super Bowl. Of course, now the fans, some are frustrated, right? They truly only care about winning. As a sports supporter, as a supporter of sports, we only care about the winner. But it seems like nowadays, I don't know if the owners have that priority. Now, yes, you have to keep the business lights. You have to keep the lights on. This is a business, right? We're trying to make money. What is business? If we're not a business, if we're not making money, we're not a business. I get it. But I feel like sports is like one of the only things where let's just do our best and everybody will be happy, right? Look, you're the number one team. You're the number one branded team. Everybody, what happens to the number one team? They get bandwagon. People start to hop on the bus and ride that bus till the end it falls off. You saw what happened to the Patriots. Now we're their fans. I'm just kidding. But my thing is, like, you would have think that they would want the best for the team, right? And if the best were not happening, they'd let it go, or they'd switch it up, or not show this level of incompetence from what it looks like on the outside. Because when you hear interviews or when you hear reports, it's like they're speaking through you or over you, or it's like, yeah, we're doing this, yada, yada, yada. We're all in. Right? We're here for the fans. You know what I mean? They give you that whole spiel. And Jerry Jones, he's a good one, man, because he's been hated, I feel, for a minute for his fans, and he's milking them. And hey, don't get me wrong, I like the Cowboys too. You know what I mean? I watch the playoffs when they play. But yeah, so the owners, Jerry Jones for the Cowboys and the Glazer family for Manchester United. So both of these entities have owned these teams for quite some time. Now, from where I'm sitting, it just looks like, and I guess it really like makes sense at the end of the day. We're here to make money. If we're not making money, then what the fuck are we doing? But their priority is strictly maximizing revenue and expanding their brands rather than making the necessary investments to actually build consistently winning teams. And I can only have this true perspective as a Manchester United fan. I don't watch football like that, but I watch every single Manchester United game. I've pretty much watched them for as long as I can remember, bro, since I was 10, you know what I mean? Since VHS, I used to have to fucking record them and watch them back. So I used to not be able to look at the news or nothing like that because I didn't want to get, I didn't want anybody ruin the fucking game for me. So I would consider myself, a dedicated fan, right? Now, am I selling kidneys to go to the game? No, right? Have I made that annoying trip to try to go see a Manchester United game? No, I haven't. Now, maybe there's an easier way, an easier process for me to do that. But I think it's just a lottery, right? And then it's like if I get the ticket, then I have to book the flight. You know what I mean? To go to a Manchester United game. I live near the Dallas Cowboys, so I can see them anytime I want. But not a football fan like that. So my skew or my perspective on the football part could be wrong. But this is really just to compare the two owners who are making a killing and not doing shit, really. Not doing shit with it. When they have the best opportunity in the world, right? The best opportunity in the world. Where it seems wrong is that where has the money been going, right? For the Cowboys, I can't really speak on where they're putting their money. Are they buying the right players or not? But I know I can for Manchester United. Sure, for the Cowboys, they built that big-ass stadium, which cost billions to make. So at least your owner cares about where you're watching, right? So at least you have a beautiful stadium. It's absolutely insane. I've been there for a college game, but not for a Dallas Cowboys game. It's an immaculate stadium. It's freaking amazing to go to and a trip in itself. But as a Man U fan, again, I haven't gone to the stadium, but they definitely don't manage the money the best way. They definitely aren't putting it into the stadium from what I'm seeing, just from the fan reactions I hear on YouTube and stuff like that from people who do go to these stadiums more often than I would. And yes, Manchester United, they have been spending their money on players now for the last 4 or 5 years. It's been on players that are not. I mean, come on, bro. We spent $80 million on Harry Maguire. We spent $80 million on Anthony. Goodness. There's just so many players that we've bought recently that are just garbage, absolutely garbage. Is there just no ambition, right? Is it gone? For the owners, they're like, hey, we got the cash cow. Let's milk this bad boy. As long as they're spending money on the shirts, as long as they're coming to the games, we could care less, right? Why actually try to pay the right people to get us in the right position? Why try to do that? We'll keep our buddies in and we'll all make money, right? This isn't about winning. It's only about winning for our pockets. Now, I will say, out of the two, I will say the Cowboys get fair criticism. Now, if you're in Europe, you're not going to get the same radio stations and stuff like us, or you can get them. There's ways you can get them. But the media here, they talk shit about the Cowboys, right? Like, I showed you the Stephen A. Now, he be playing with these dudes, but still, like, this is their vibe all the time.
I want the truth, Stephen A. Smith. I want the real, honest opinion of my Dallas Cowboys this season.
They're going to suck this year.
I mean, this is one of the largest media outlets in the world, Stephen A. Smith. You've definitely seen clips from him. He himself will tell you that they're shit. The Cowboys are shit. They suck. They suck. He'll say it to the world. Yes, of course, some of it's for clicks and attention. But in England, bro, I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're buddy-buddy. I don't know if they get paid to only put out good propaganda. But that's what it is, just propaganda. Because Manchester United's garbage. Absolutely garbage, especially from where we were, bro. I just don't understand the lack of thought that goes into this. Like, even for the media, why don't you guys just have truthful media and we will watch? We would actually watch your stuff more than weird channels. But you guys gaslight, lie, never speak the facts, bro. Manchester United hasn't won the league, since 2012, 2013. Yes, some media channels are like, yes, Manchester United have been this way, but they scapegoat the wrong players, right, all the time. They're never really getting down to the bottom of it by the incompetence at the people at the top or the ones making the decisions. And that's where the annoyance comes from me, because it's like, bro, you guys can have it all. You already have the biggest asset in the world. Just make it win. And then you'll just make more money, right? Like, you don't have to spend billions and billions and billions to be the number one team. You really don't. I mean, yes, we're seeing Manchester City do it, but they're finally slowing down. They're not spending billions and billions and billions every year now, or hundreds of millions and hundreds of millions every year. They finally just got the right pieces. Now, unfortunately for them, they're not a massive brand, so they're not going to be the established Manchester United anytime soon. You know what I mean? It's probably going to take them. They'd have to really win like 6, 7 more titles. I would feel, to get the fan base to shift. Because there will be some people that shift. I mean, as a Manchester United fan, I can't be a fan forever if they just continue to be like shit. Eventually, I'm just going to give it up and just watch. I mean, I watch all the teams, but still, geez, it's just mind-boggling how they play. It doesn't seem like there's any growth, and that'll be the same with the Cowboys. The Cowboys have been mid for a minute now, man. Mid for a minute. We saw what happened last year in the playoffs. Seems closer on paper, but it was not very close. Not very close. And that was expected for most Cowboys fans. For most Cowboys fans. How many playoff games has Dallas won? Since 1996, they've only won 5 times since 1996. Yet the owner will sit there and tell you, "Hey, we think we're doing the right things here. What will he say? Let's see."
And then you said it starts with you, and you're not trying to be magnificent. It is with that statement, but inherently with that, you ask yourself, what can I do differently?
That's right, and that's what I do. That's what I do. What you have to change when you work for yourself is you have to change what's in the mirror. And you have to do that, and you have to make those changes, and you have to assess, and you just do it. I have done it for umpteen years in my career, and I have changed.
How many years is he? What? He's not done shit. I'm just kidding. That was a little brutal. But in the last, since 1996, 5 playoff wins. 5 playoff wins.
And I do change. And I will do some things differently this year. I'm not for sure what they're going to be for sure, but I'll do some things differently.
Ray, what's your thinking in terms of how, without knowing maybe all the answers, that reflection in the mirror will change?
I will do some different things this year. We'll make these. Dude, no. Politicians, bro, they're good. They're getting real good nowadays, man. They're getting real good. These owners, these politicians, these people, they just tell them what they want to hear. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. I get it though, right? At the end of the day, it's all about making money. Now, at least I will say that, like, at least the Cowboys fans seem to get onto the team, but there's always another year of disappointment each time. The analysts give Cowboys a hard time as well, but I don't know if that's just specifically for good TV or they actually mean it. For Manchester United, yeah, media is not talking about that. Both teams are financially successful, very successful, but on the field they're mediocre at best. As far as what your expectations are for a team that valued people, are you hearing me? These are the richest teams in the world, don't care about winning. and just have the fan base sucked in. And like, look, like we'll go over the profits. So total revenue for Manchester United from 2009. So I mean, look, they've been making a killing. The only year they didn't make a killing was the year that you couldn't go into a stadium and they still almost made a killing. Made a killing. It just keeps going up and up and up and up. Sure, inflation, you can't miss out that. But my point is, that is doing what they want it to do, not what we want it to do, right? Same with the Dallas Cowboys, but they're making a killing. Oh my God. What blows my mind is football. How many games does football play total? Like, if you make it to the Super Bowl, how many games do you play? 20? Maybe they add more. I know I always hear news. Like I said, I'm not deep into football like that. So, 22 games total? Regular season is 18 games? 16 games? Absolute killing they're making. Look at this revenue. The only year they lost, only year they did not, only year they went down, they went down twice in revenue. So they look like they went down in revenue in 2009 or 2010, and they went down in revenue in 2020. But who didn't lose revenue then? So they're making a killing, bro. And will continue to make a killing. So, yeah, like I said, both teams are financially successful. You know, the owners have realized they don't need to win to maintain profitability. Their global brand and the loyal fan base continue to generate likeliness and likeness and generate the income regardless of the performance. So owners I feel like the owners have made this decision to prioritize business over the sport, signing star players for commercial appeal. Flashy announcements, media garbage. Dallas Cowboys got that beautiful new stadium, which really is just to get sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Of course, yes, we're pleased as fans, but I bet you're not as pleased when you're sitting in the nosebleeds. And can you afford to sit next to the field and actually see the game? Because otherwise, I feel like most people are sitting at that game or watching that screen, which is what we're all doing at home. I'm not here to talk crap about that. I'm just trying to compare. I'm really here to talk crap about Manchester United. So Cowboys fans, chill out. Love your team. Don't hate. From the area. Not a hater. Just trying to say something about this little sports situation we got here going here, especially as a Manchester United fan. I've been looking from the outside. I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, holy shit, we're the fucking Cowboys. That's it. That's the best comparison. Manchester United, they got these so-called star players. You know what I mean? We were getting players like Pogba at one point. Pogba. And what did the media do? They drowned him, bro. Who did the managers do? They drowned him, bro. Not giving the opportunity, didn't build upon him, didn't actually try to make something happen with the opportunity we had. Threw it all away. Fan base wants to keep players like McTominay and get rid of players like Pogba. Bro, things are backwards, man. Things are backwards right now. Absolutely backwards. Like a signing like Pogba, you would think is the catalyst for change. I can't tell you, when they signed him, I was like, holy shit, we're finna do this and do that. We're finna do that. Nothing, bro. Nothing. And I'm not saying it's all based on one player. What I'm saying is I felt like at the time we had it seemed like they wanted to win shit. And then when you get down to the bottom of it, they're not providing the right things. You know what I mean? The media is trying to drown it out. It's like, why is the media allowed to say this about them or this player or that player, but not, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, it all comes together. And then, bro, you're let down. You're let down. Beginning of this year as a Manchester United fan, we're getting these players. We're getting some of these players out finally. Yet we still keep this shit coach. Again, lower your expectations because they don't give a shit. They don't care to win. They care to sell the shirts and bring revenue. Which, hey, I guess if I owned a company or I don't know. I feel like if I owned a team, I'd want us to win, though. That's why I like Ryan Reynolds. Okay, like, sure, there may be some darker stories about the Wrexham team, but at least he's putting in money to get the team where they should go. every year. That's cool. That's what you want, man. That's what you want. Now, will I become a Wrexham fan? No.
But why?
I would love to see them in the Premier League and actually see what if they can make it here, if he continues to just put money into the team with solid players. Now, of course, you do have mixed emotions from fans. You know, it depends, right? You've got fans that love the team, you got fans that hate the team. So across the board, it's mixed, but you were definitely not coming as a whole and saying like, yo, can we get something together here? And would that change anything? I really don't know. But something has got to change, man. Something has got to give. You know what I'm saying? And will it be us or will it be them? Most likely not them. You know, I mean, they're here to stay. They're here to pass that lineage along and stay at the top. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one to be a Manchester United fan. It's a tough one when you want the best for your team. And it doesn't seem like they want the best for themselves. Because both teams, you know, they continue to underperform. We're at the beginning of seasons for both. Manchester United season's already started. Football season for American football starts this upcoming week. So it's going to be a long season. Will I watch all the Dallas Cowboys games? Nope, I won't. I won't watch until the playoffs. That's the type of football fan I am on that regard. Now, soccer, I'm going to watch every game I possibly can. But I feel like this has been a time where I finally kind of got an idea of who Manchester United is. We're definitely not who we were. And we're now more of just a show, a media show, a numbers-based team. No longer are we looking to actually truly win anything, and it's all a bunch of charades. You know what I mean? We got this manager who likes to gaslight. He thinks he's doing a good job. He gets finally called out by a true journalist, and bro, this guy, he couldn't handle that. He couldn't handle that. And I get it, you know what I mean? If I was in their position, why change it? The fans return the same way. Every season, we're buying the same nude. You know, we return with renewed hope, and the results are pretty predictable. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of NFL guys who can say, yeah, we're going to go, 15-2 or whatever. The Dallas Cowboys are going to do fine, get second or first in their division, and then playoffs lose. That's what some people are already saying. And then for Manchester United, what are people saying? Yeah, top 4, top 6. Bro, hopefully we get the top 10. Shit. People don't know we finished 8th last year. 8th. And bro, it's like I made a video on Ten Hag, will he last 5 games? Most likely, because the people at the top, they don't do anything until the fans do something. Like until they see people fighting in the stadiums and just until they see the media turn. So I don't know who's controlling that narrative, but I really hope the media turns on Ten Hag sooner than later, man, so we can actually do something this year and not be a waste of the league, right? You know, you want to see your team succeed, so it sucks to see this continue to happen. But you know, this change is most likely, like I said, this change is mostly in the fans, right? A growing criticism, a realization that success on the field isn't the priority. Right, you guys have to kind of realize that. You know what I mean? They're just buy the shirts, come to the game, buy the ticket, come to the game, buy the shirt, buy the food at the game, the $14 hot dog, $12 beer, Bud Light at that. I'm just kidding. I don't know what the prices are for the beers at these games, but you get what I'm saying, man. It's all about the money. That's what it is. It's not surprising, but it's a shame. It's a shame to see sports just, you know, you grow up as a kid and it's like all about the winning. It's all about doing a good job. And then when you get to the top, it's all about the dough, all about the cheddar. And that's what it is, man. So, yeah, you know, you want to demand. I wish I could demand more from fans, but probably can't demand more from the fans. I really wish we could get more from the Dallas Cowboys and Manchester United. And Dallas Cowboys only because I live in the area. So to see them win the Super Bowl would be really cool. Really cool. Manchester United, I would love to see them get back to where they were when I grew up, watching them when I would come home early or when I would come home just to watch the re-recorded game. Bro, those were the good old days, man. And it's sad to say that your team dies out there. Now, there are other sports teams where it's a wave, right? The Chiefs are dominating right now. But that's what it looks like. It looks like the people, the Chiefs office were like, we are fucking sick of losing. So we're going to get the right people. We're going to spend what we need to spend. And yes, there's some luck involved, but they're keeping it up, right? They're keeping it up. Same like the Patriots back in the day. And it's same with Manchester City now. Manchester City's now, they got their foot on everyone's throat, and they are not stepping off. But you think they're going to get worse, they get better every time. Every time they get better. So they're going to smoke the league this year. The Chiefs are probably going to win the Super Bowl this year. At the end of the day, despite relentless search for solutions, the same cycle of mismanagement and misplaced priorities will continue. Owners focus on brand expansion. And financial success seems to overshadow the need for meaningful change. The beautiful game we love has been diluted by the billionaires and into their own stories of what sports are. So maybe that, maybe they really are scripted, and maybe it is just a show, entertainment, a way to distract us. And it's sad to see. Because the teams that we love, they're not really striving for greatness, but more or less just to be content with making profit and more profit every year. Yeah, I mean, I've been a fan of Manchester United for 20 years or so, so it's hard to break the cycle. So older fans, I feel your pain. I really feel your pain. I'm not like a strong Cowboys fan, but if you've been a fan for the Cowboys since the 90s or whatever, since they've been winning, and it's just been this every single year, I feel your pain as well. I feel your pain. I hope to see better days, but let's all be realistic. Neither will win anything important. Neither team will probably win anything important anytime soon. But let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think the Cowboys should be called America's team? Do you think that they will actually win a Super Bowl with Jerry Jones as a leader? My Manchester United fans, do you think that we will win another title in the next 5 years? Just guesstimating on where we're headed. And Manchester United fans, what do you think? Do you think the Glazers care about winning, or do you think it's just strictly about profits? Now, let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, though, I truly appreciate you watching. This is why Manchester United are the new Dallas Cowboys. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. This is the Pitch Side Report. Okay, we talk about soccer, mainly news. I just wanted to do a fun one today. I've had this thought the other day, like, why is Manchester United suck? And then I saw something about the Dallas Cowboys, and it like clicked. I was like, holy crap, they're literally the same team. They're both one of the, some of the richest teams in the world. They both only care about profits. Their owners are both gaslighting everyone, as long as, as far as all the fans, telling us what we want to hear and not doing it. You know what I mean? And yeah, it just shows you where sports are nowadays. And they probably won't be changing. But hey, I'll still be watching. They got me sucked in. I've been sucked in the last 20 years. So I'll definitely keep watching sports. So good to see him around. Don't want to see him go. One of the best distractions we have, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you made it here, if you made it this far, I really appreciate you watching. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Later.